I like to think I did this video really creatively, but in reality, I'm pretty uncomfortable right now. So, let's get this underway. It's Monday, Secret Society, and this week, we're doing concert experiences. Alright, I gotta do this quickly, so try and keep up, but I'm gonna go through this as fast as I can. So, first concert, March of 2008. I went to go see Flogging Molly. It was my first concert ever, and I went to go see it with a group of friends, and it was awesome. We saw it at this place called the Tabernacle, which is our kind of pretty big venue downtown Atlanta. And it's an old renovated church, and it was just incredible. And if you know Flogging Molly, you know they're a very active, fun Celtic punk band playing right now, actually. And it was the first concert I ever went to, and I went with a couple of friends, and it was absolutely a blast, and I absolutely loved it. All right, next concert after that, in October of the same year, you guys can see the t-shirt. Yes, I went to go see Weezer. This was my junior year. Was the year I was obsessed with Weezer. I was the Weezer kid in school, and it was just everyone was like, "Oh yeah, Sean, he likes Weezer a lot." I still like Weezer a lot. I still really love them. I haven't listened to them often, but I still appreciate them for everything they've done. But if you could see on the back of my shirt, I think I'm pointing to the right place. I am, maybe. I'll go here a little bit. You might be able to see that Duluth, Georgia was the last stop on the tour. And that is, we went to go see them at the Gwinnett Arena, which is where a local hockey team plays. And they set off half of the rink for the stage. And I was way in the back of the stand, but it was still awesome. Now, two things memorable about this concert. One, Angels and Airways opened. Now, the thing about that, Angels and Airways was terrible. Oh man, I lost so much respect for Tom Wallace that night. The thing is that behind me, there's this kid wearing a vibrant pink Angels and Airways t-shirt, singing along with every single song he played. And I was so close to getting annoyed and so close to judging him, but then I thought, wait, Sean, think. When Weezer comes on, they're going to sing every song of theirs, like he's singing every song of Angels and Airways. And guess what? I sang every song word for word when Weezer came on. I knew all of them. They went through Red Album, Green Album, Make Believe. They even made Beverly Hills sound good, which is surprising. They had this like, everyone with like instruments come up and play, and I was so jealous that people got to do it. And it was just incredible. Second thing was I brought my dad with me. I went with my friends, but I also brought my dad. And it was the first time in years that we had spent time, just the two of us together. And it was I really enjoyed the time that we had. And what was cool is that, well, first you should know, my dad in my freshman year got me into Pink Floyd, and I listened to Pink Floyd a lot. I still love them to this day. I don't listen to them. I haven't listened to them in a long time, but I still have a huge amount of appreciation for Pink Floyd. The thing is that Weezer, out of nowhere, covered "Time" by Pink Floyd, and it completely just surprised me and my dad. And it was incredible. They did a really good cover of it, and I still brag about it to this day. Okay. So I'm wearing this hoodie because I didn't get a t-shirt from the concert I'm about to mention, but it was equally as memorable, but the t-shirts were just too expensive. In August of 2010, I went to go see Arcade Fire. This was right after The Suburbs came out. And what was cool is that they didn't play downtown Atlanta. They came to the suburbs of Atlanta, Alpharetta, where I am, and they played our venue here, the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater, which is an incredible venue. And it was probably a year after it just opened. So just seeing the venue was just massive, and it's an incredible venue. And my friend and I, Allie, we got there an hour and a half before doors even opened. I wanted to be early, I wanted to be up front. And the cool thing about Verizon Wireless Amphitheater is that if you're a Verizon Wireless customer, as I am, that shows you nothing, it's just a phone, but I assure you I'm a Verizon Wireless customer. If you're a customer, you get to get in 5 minutes before everyone else. So, being that we were already at the front of the line to get in the venue, and then we got to get in before everyone else, I just went and ran. Well, they don't allow you to run, but I walked really quickly to the front gate. Like to the gate by the stage, and for the entire concert, I was pretty much as close as the camera is to me. I was that close to the stage, and that's pretty darn close. Like if you were, say you right now are watching and you're standing right behind the camera, that's how close I was to Win Butler. All right, it's pretty awesome. Another thing, Spoon opened for Arcade Fire, and this was the first time, and still the only time that I've heard a band open. And then I've gone to look up their stuff and downloaded their discography afterwards. I absolutely love Spoon. They sound incredible. And their live show, although simple, was awesome. And also, Britt Daniels and Will Butler were the same pair of pants, a white pair of jeans with a black stripe going down the side, which I'm still looking for. So if you guys know where I can find that pair of pants, please tell me because I really want it. Okay, next concert. Literally the day after I saw Arcade Fire, I went downtown Atlanta. I went to go see Bomb the Music Industry, which is this shirt, which you probably can't see very well because it's spray painted and it's long since faded, unfortunately. But it was spray painted by, was it John? I forget the guy's name. It was spray painted by the bassist of the band. You know, every concert what they do is like if you bring a shirt, they'll spray paint it for you and give you a free shirt. So that's what I did. So the thing was, I mean, since we're doing best and worst concert experiences, I would say Bomb is my worst concert experience, but only for one reason. The concert was incredible. The venue was terrible. It was literally the size of the room I'm in right now. Maybe a little bit bigger if my fireplace was in there. You can't see, but trust me, the room was pretty small. And the ceiling was probably about 8 foot high. And it was basement. It was literally the basement. But it was also one of the most memorable because this was the first concert that I got to actively participate with, like, the artists of the band. Like, I could, like, talk to Jeff, and, like, before the concert, some opening bands were playing. We were upstairs in a room. There was, like, a conference table, and my friends and I were just hanging out. And next thing we know, people walk up the stairs, and it's the band. It's Bomb the Music Industry. And Jeff and the guys just come in and hang out and sit around and just talk. And my friend Brian and I, who were the two big Bomb fans in the group, we had brought some other friends along. They were fans, but they weren't fans. Like, Ryan and I were huge fans. And Jeff Rosenstock's just sitting there, just chilling out, just talking like just a normal person. We were just like freaking out. Not like outwardly, but we were like looking at each other, like giving like eyes and like, oh my god, it's Jeff Rosenstock. He was right there. And after the show, I wore these pairs of shoes. These have gone through a lot with me. And after the show, I got Matt's signature, John's signature, he also drew some smiley faces on the shoe, and finally Jeff's signature. Wrote Kick It, and then wrote his name, which I think is hilarious. And I've worn these shoes a lot since then. They're probably not worth anything, but they still mean a lot to me. I say that they've been in the back of my car for about 6 months. But when I see Bomb again in March, I definitely plan on wearing these shoes. And if I don't get Jeff to sign this shoe, which I hope to, he's going to sign the sweater that I'm going to get on Wednesday. Alright, next concert was in May of 2010. And I saw this band again at the Tabernacle. Sorry about that. Manchester Orchestra. My hair looks terrible. So, I should go back in time a little bit and say that in the summer of 2009, a couple of friends and I went to what's called the Virginia Highland Summerfest in like little downtown, midtown Atlanta. And Manchester Orchestra was playing. This was right after Me and Everything to Nothing was released. And they were playing for free. Like, it was a free show, and I got to go and see them play, and it was really cool and awesome. And then, fast forward to May of 2010, right after Simple Math was released, I was huge into Manchester Orchestra, Andy Hull, Favorite Gentleman, everything. I was just listening to them non-stop, and I just absolutely fell in love. So, in May, me and Will, who will probably talk about this on Wednesday, and we'll probably go more in depth about the opening bands than I will. I'll leave that for you, Will, and you can also talk about Manchester Orchestra, whatever. So in May, we went to go see Manchester Orchestra, and you know how, like, you see people at, like, praise and worship concerts, like, hands in the air, eyes closed, tears coming out of their eyes? That's exactly how I was at Manchester Orchestra. I was huge into this band. I still love them to death. And Andy Hull and the guys just know how to put on such a powerful and just emotional show. And I absolutely fell in love with it that night. And it was just incredible and memorable. And still, I think it's still the number one for me. And a lot of these that I'm telling you about are number ones, like they're up there. But just to see, like, just the show, and after it was I think it was one of the encores. If you guys listen to Manchester, you know Where Have You Been is a pretty powerful song. What they did is they brought out members from the opening bands, Oh Brother and Cage the Elephant, and they brought out big bass drums, and they just had the guys just wail on the drums during the breakdown of Where Have You Been. And it was just absolute. I think I might have cried once. I know I was jumping around and just singing my heart out, and my friends and I were kind of giving me weird looks. But yeah, that was an awesome concert. Now the next concert, you can see it's a white t-shirt because I didn't get a t-shirt from this concert, but it was equally memorable. So we're going to go back to the hoodie. So I didn't get a t-shirt from this concert, but later on I did get something still just as good. This is Circuit by My Morning Jacket. Now, I've loved My Morning Jacket since 2009. 2008. I got Evil Urges, and it's still my favorite album of 2008. And I've been wanting to see them live for so many years. And before they came in September, the time before that they came was in April of 2010. Now, I really wanted to go to that. The thing was, they came on my prom night. So even though I wanted to go see My Morning Jacket, I had to go to prom. I still had fun at prom, but My Morning Jacket would have been more fun because they were playing with an orchestra or a jazz band. It was just, I needed to go. But anyways, it doesn't matter because I went to go see him in September. And it was awesome because I didn't plan in advance to go to the concert. I just heard about my friends going and I was so jealous. And then the day of, I was like, hey mom, can I go to this concert? And she was like, sure, you got $30? I was like, of course I do. And I just went with my friends. I joined them and we sat on the lawn and it was at Verizon Wireless Amphitheater again. It was really fun. And even though I was completely sober, I probably did not appear at all because I was dancing around. You know how people are at Pentecostal churches, like dancing around, singing gospel praises and all that? That's exactly how I looked when they played One Big Holiday and a lot of the other songs. It was absolutely incredible. They put on such an incredible live show. Just Jim James is so good at guitar, and so is Carl Bremmel. And it was just, it was beautiful. And the guys know how to put on an awesome show. So if you guys haven't heard Circle yet, or if you don't listen to My Morning Jacket, because I don't see a lot of anyone talking about it on Tumblr, which is unfortunate because they're an incredible band, and they really know how to play. So, if I could recommend Circle and Evil Urges. Wow, I'm out of breath. Okay, now, since we're done with that, let's go through announcements. Announcement number 1, the best announcement. We finally got a Tuesday. Even better, it's Jackie. Okay, so most of you guys, I hope, follow Bearwave. Bearwave? Okay, it's not Bearwave, it's Birdwave. But that's Jackie on Tumblr. And Jackie, she is hilarious and her insights are really interesting. And I just really am happy that she is joining us for our Tuesday. And she was in Caroline's video on Saturday, and Jackie was hilarious. And Caroline was really sorry that I can't make anything do. I've never heard any of those things. Well, I have heard them, I never bought anything. But it looked good. Anyways, Jackie will be starting tomorrow, so I hope you all will join me in giving her a warm welcome. It's really exciting. And then we'll have a full 7-day society, and hopefully all of us will have our interesting videos in, and hopefully we'll all keep them under 10 minutes, and hopefully this is under 10 minutes. It's probably not, because it's really long, and I feel really bad about it. But oh well, I had a lot of concerts to talk about. Movie review. I'm not going to review. I'm just going to say, see, we need to talk about Kevin. I forgot next week is a Weird Talents. I shouldn't have spoiled the surprise. Oh well. Next week, I should have a much shorter video than this. I just had a lot of stories to tell today, and I'm glad you guys watched, and I hope you and I'll see you guys all next Monday.